All right, man, we're here. It's week 12, and the Cowboys have another game. I mean, we got more games to go in this season, and the thing we can look forward to is that top draft pick. Let's talk about Cowboys and Commanders, week 12.
Yeah, here we go. Here's it out for Lamb. He's got it. He's gone. This is history. It's never happened in the history of the NFL.
All right, guys, if you're here and if you're watching this video, a special thank you more than ever. For the first time in the unbiased and realistic history, we're encountering a losing season, man. We were pampered and we came into this 3 straight 12-5 seasons, but here we go. We're riding the ship. I'm not wavering. We're not going anywhere. You're not going to see me making videos just because we're winning. You're going to see me making videos because I am still passionate about this team despite them being 3-7. And we got the Washington Commanders for the first of 2 matchups, of course, because they're division rivals here. And I said this a few pregame prediction videos ago. I said this a few videos ago, and I said this, that we knew that the Cowboys were a bad team. And when Dak Prescott went down, the season just went out the window. But right now, we are on a revenge tour, and not in the best of ways. We are being humbled game by game. The Lions humbled us. The Eagles and Kellen Moore got their revenge. They humbled us. The Houston Texans in the Battle of Texas, they got their revenge. They beat us. They blew us out. Now comes Dan Quinn, former defensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys, spent 3 seasons here. We love him. We're super appreciative of him. But here he is, head coach of the Washington Commanders, a rival of ours. And now he gets to now he gets to get his revenge. And he will get his revenge. The Dallas Cowboys are not a good football team, y'all. They weren't when Dak Prescott was quarterback. They're definitely not anymore. And they are a terrible team. They are not doing a lot of things right. And I mean, there's still talent there. I think that's kind of the frustrating part is like there is talent. Like you still have guys on the team that you've paid, Trayvon Diggs, CeeDee Lamb, other players, and they're just not performing. I mean, this is just completely embarrassing. The Dallas Cowboys are on a 5-game losing streak. They're looking to avoid a 6-game losing streak, which would put them in territory of the 2015 team, which was, I mean, look up the stats. The 2015 team was not that good, but hey, we got Ezekiel Elliott out of it. Now the Commanders, 2-game losing streak. The NFC East is going through this really weird thing where everyone is losing except the Eagles in back-to-back weeks. But like I said, look, Washington Commanders are on a 2-game losing streak. They don't look like themselves. They're in a slump. They were riding high. They were a really good young team. Now they're on a losing streak. Now, what do we say all the time on this channel? If you're in a slump, if you're not feeling yourself, play the Dallas Cowboys. You will get right back on track, and that's exactly what's going to happen here in Week 12. Washington Commanders are back at home. I'm going to tell you, they're going to take care of business. They're 4-1 at home. However, the Cowboys are 3-2 on the road. Only wins of the season have come on the road, but this ain't happening. I'm going to tell you straight up. This ain't happening. The Commanders are going to handle their business, get back on track here. But be sure to hit that like button and subscribe as we always do. Let's jump into this Cowboys defense versus the Commanders offense. And this Commanders offense is actually low-key pretty fun to watch. They're a fun team to watch, and I say that because the Commanders have gone through so much. As fans, as a franchise, as an organization, they've gone through really like a lot. They've gone through hell, so you can't help but at least cheer them on. We don't want to see the Eagles win the division again. I'd rather see the Commanders win it. I'd rather see Washington do so. Their fans are due. That fan base has suffered enough. Give them a division title. So they're actually low-key to fun to watch. I mean, Jaden Daniels, Rookie of the Year candidate, playing really well. And, they went out and bought this team. They went out and invested in this team, and it's paying off right now. Despite the 2-game losing streak, they're 7-4. But, look, this is going to be a bloodbath. And the Cowboys are going to get spanked on the road. And this might actually be the game that might actually switch things over to Trey Lance for the rest of the season. And I guess that's the silver lining. On top of us losing, we would drop to 3-8. Right now, we hold a 9th overall draft pick. So say if we do go 3-8, do we kind of sneak a little bit closer to that top 5 pick? Regardless, I do want to say, I want it on the record, I don't want Ashton Genty. I don't want the Cowboys to make the same mistake drafting a running back that high. So therefore, I am Team Travis Hunter. That is my pick. That is who I want. But the Commanders are looking for blood here, and they're going to find it. They are going to, think of the Detroit Lions game and how petty they were and how they were doing anything they could to score in unique ways. Expect this game. And it goes back to Dan Quinn, right? Dan Quinn, head coach of the Washington Commanders. I mean, Commanders, they're such a young team. They have such energy. They're more than anything, they're going to want to get this win for their head coach. And we just simply don't have any answers for Robinson Jr., Brian Robinson Jr., great running back for the Washington Commanders, Austin Eckler, Jaden Daniels, Terry McLaurin. I mean, the list goes on. Zach Ertz, Noah Brown. Not Noah Brown, but, we just don't have the answers to it. I mean, the Cowboys aren't good. They're just not good. There's no improving. Like, it is what it is. We have seen spurts of like a solid defense, but literally that's all they can give. That's all they are at this point of the season. And it's only good for 30 minutes of football in the first half that you've seen against Philly and the first half that you've seen against Houston. So, I mean, could it be close? Yeah, sure, like in that first half, but the Commanders, like the Texans did, like the Eagles did, the Commanders are going to run away with this one, and it's going to be a blowout. And simply, we don't have anyone to stop this. And from a schematic point of view, like the Commanders are just everything that the Cowboys aren't good at. They have a running quarterback. They run RPO a lot. They do a lot of misdirection. They do a lot of pre-snap motion. This is going to be bad, and this is going to be ugly. But guess what? I don't care. I just want the top 5 draft pick. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. And as we jump into the Cowboys offense versus the Commanders defense, look, despite Cooper Rush throwing 55 times for over 300 yards, they only scored 10 points, y'all. Do not be deceived by that high scoring stat. I mean, it just isn't enough. They tried running the ball with Rico Dowdle. It didn't open anything. They tried throwing it 55 times, and Cooper Rush threw over 300 yards. It still doesn't work. This team is just not good. It's not a matter of like, hey, it's clicking. It's going to come together. They're going to actually have one close game, or they're going to look like they are not a good team. They're poorly coached. They have poor talent. They're top heavy, and it's just a systematic failure that we're seeing at this point, and we still have war games to watch of this. So therefore, let me put it on the record again. Play Lance. And I'm not just saying play Lance just to play Lance, despite, trading a 4th rounder from all that stuff. I do believe, like I said, this offense is so limited. Like, they threw it 55 times for 300 yards and only scored 10 points. But I do believe Lance at least adds something, adds an extra layer of threat. You can run the ball. I don't believe he's a good systematic fit for Mike McCarthy, but at least I know Trey Lance will take off with the ball and add some sort of running game. So that's my argument for Trey Lance. That's why you got to play him. And look, Rico only got the ball 10 times. Ferguson may be stuck in concussion protocol. So, this is going to be an ugly game again. This offense is going to fail to score 10 points. 10 points might be pushing it. And, yeah, man, we're in the dog days. This is just really bad. There's not much to talk about because this team is just not that good. They're not that good. Now let's jump into our game prediction here. Look, Week 12, Cowboys versus Commanders. The Commanders are going to want to win this game, not just because they need to end a 2-game losing streak and get back into playoff hunt and try to get this division, but they're going to want to win it for their head coach, DQ. DQ is a player coach. He loves his players, and his players reciprocate that mutual feeling as well. They're going to want to win this one for him. They're at home. I mean, it's clicking off all the boxes for a Washington win, and it's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get bad. I'm telling you, we're on a humility tour. Like, we are going to get humbled week by week by each of these teams. And You just got to take your medicine, Cowboys Nation. You just got to take your medicine. I don't believe in this team anymore. I'm done. Let's seal in that top 5 draft pick, y'all. It's draft season. Travis Hunter, you're a Dallas Cowboy. The Commanders want to make a statement, and they win, and they will win. And I'm going to choose the Washington Commanders winning in a blowout. Might be close in the first half, but the Commanders are going to run away with it. Commanders win 38-17. And that's my final score prediction. And I want to know yours. Drop your predictions down below. Am I missing anything? Do you think this should be close? Because, look, I've tried to argue that, like, the Commanders, like the Eagles and Texans game was going to be close, but it wasn't. So comment down below. Let me know what you think. Tune into all the other videos. And, of course, I'm going to be on the road. I'm actually going to be back in Albuquerque, New Mexico. So I'll be doing a quick post-game reaction on the road. But I won't be here, just let you know. But I will have a post-game reaction Sunday after the game. But until then, I'll see you then. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. And as always, yes, as always, go Cowboys.
Yeah, here we go. Here's it out for